going to be prevented from pushing by a frontline Medusa with Mana Shield. If you burn the Mana Shield, Medusa has to back off.
They have Bristol as well. Bristol is also another hero that works very well with mana. So Quasvex Invoker could actually be something that they want to go for right now. Like he would just basically make the Bristol back half useless in the fight if he doesn't have mana.
I really like Cloud9's draft. I think it's very clever.
Bone 7 off lane Invoker Quasvex. I've seen this movie before.
Oh boy.
Unless Vata's swapping lanes, which we saw happen once when Bone 7 went mid on Magnus.
Yeah, but he always plays Quasvex Invoker, and yeah, I've not seen him go for the Exalt, so probably means it's a Quasvex Invoker. And Feta is on the X, might actually mean that they're actually swapping lanes as well. So
this is going to be a very interesting match.
Probably mid lane Invoker by Bone 7, Quasvex, off lane X, safe lane Lycan.
5 seconds.
Got.
What made me say wow is that Vata went for a bottle. So that means the... Oh, okay, mid lane.
Birding caught out. Is the B-God going down first for Big God? He is. C9. They deward that big camp, and then they go immediately for the smoke. I think maybe something Big God weren't expecting. You see the camp dewards, like, okay, they're going to focus on their economy. Right away, Cloud9 gank.
Did he get caught without Mana Shield on, or did it just burn through it?
I think it was pretty low on the mana.
Okay.
But he might have had it off. So even if he had it on, I'm not sure it would have mattered.
That's a really, really important gank for C9. They get their Chen, they're level 4 now. Shadow Shaman gets level 3. They open... I don't want to say this opens up the Radiant Jungle, because they kind of could have gone in there anyway, but it allows them to focus more on bot lane. Now
But still RTK in a lot of trouble here. He gets brought down by Test of Faith. Lanham could be next. They get off the call. The chop is ready. They get the 2 kills. Now Xiaowei. Does he turn this one, or does he too end up falling? He's getting close to the threshold. Vata trying to finish him off. The creeps are blocking away. They zap him down. And Misery ends up surviving on a sliver of HP. One by one, they enter the meat grinder. Now Bone 7 finding a 4th kill here. Off in the bottom lane. Oh, from bad to worse. As the score now gets incredibly out of hand, 0-6, and Medusa can't do anything. She just sits there mid and farms. They're expecting the rest of the team to be able to hold the line, but Burning gives up the kill early, and now C9, the map control going the way. They have the Axe Blink, they have the Medallion on the Lycan. They could start taking this mid and bottom tower soon, and then the way to Roshan might lie open.
This is an extremely rich Axe. And there's a lot of abilities to break up the fight. They have Hex, Shackles, especially Tornado EMP can just zone the enemy team out. So I would say Pipe on X now would be a great choice. He's flying out the Courier currently. He's going Aghanimous, so Ogre Club into Point Booster, I think.
Yeah, could be a BKB, I suppose. Does he have the Point Booster yet?
No, it's at the secret shop though. I just gave the item to Nodell. Yeah, it might just be BKB, which is another good choice. It puts more emphasis on himself and a little bit less on the team, but then again, when he's in BKB, he can't get hexed.
There's only the Stone
There's
Gaze.
like no damage, actually.
And the Cogs, I guess, just to keep him away.
And Bristleback, but that takes a long time.
And now C9, Misery has the money for a Blink Dagger if he wants to pick it up. They have good aggressive wards, as we can see. 1 lane ward mid, 1 on the Radiant Hill. Burning, maybe going to get jumped here. They've got the EMP Tornado. Tornado thrown out. EMP coming through. Cold Snap there. He's out of mana, and he's going to get chopped by Fada. Simple. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's engagement here. As Xiaowei gets chased out by Eternal Envy. That's your Bristleback. If he can be run down by the Lycan, that's a real big concern. Eternal Envy diving. He will back off, juking away from that line stun. And they'll try to deal with these wards, but even so, they're doing a decent amount of chip damage here. And they're pushing top as well. Cloud9 pressure in multiple areas. Use and Burning. Drops low. Will end up getting chopped down. A nice Impale coming out, but is it going to be sufficient? Bristleback getting the 1 counter kill on the Shaman, but they lost their Deuce, and at the same time, they lose RTK bottom. EE starting to find more space. They now steal the Ancient stack, and it was a couple of the big creeps still remaining, worming their way through these wards. Well, only the Invoker. The creeps. Let me in. Let me out. Let me out.
A bit of a mistake there from Cloud9. That should have been a clean 1-0, the kill there. But the Tornado effectively bought BG more time than it did Cloud9. They were initiating with the Blink Hex into Shackles. Should have just dropped the MP and just hit him, and they would have got the kill easily. But end of the day, they lose a Shadow Shaman for Dusa. It's not the worst trade in the world. It's tempting. But of course, RTK with the Force Staff, if they don't take the Dusa down instantly, they can't just force her out.
There's also...
It looks like Ice is indeed getting one as well.
Okay, so he goes for the Force Staff.
Yeah.
Good defensive item with the Medusa especially. She may end up being in the danger zone at times. They get the blink call and Burning to start this. Is this the area you want to go? And the ward trap comes out. Burning though managing to work his way out of it. He will end up dropping very quickly. At the same time though, Xiaowei going pretty aggressively here. They get the hook shot now. They want to catch these heroes out, pushing Eternal Envy back, but no, locked on the finger. Puts him into shadow range, ends up dropping. They lose the Lycan, the Shadow Shaman as well. The creep army in jeopardy, but they did buy back on Burning, so it's a pretty expensive defense in that sense. Still a Lycan for Adusa with Adusa buyback, and they get the bonus kill. They now farm the wards as well. They did end up, I'm not sure if they denied
some sort of miracle defense, but they commit a Stone Gaze, and that's kind of their best defensive tool at this point. Axe goes in.
No. They get the initiation on Xiaowei here. Does not have the BKB for 25. This mana burn is going to hurt unless they force staff him out. They do. Managing to keep him alive. Now he comes back in. RTK with the cogs pushing Eternal Envy back, keeping him a bit out of the fight. He tries to retreat, but the Impale is going to bring him down. It just popped again. BG holding the line without the Medusa ultimate. RTK may fall for this, but Xiaowei gets into the backlines, being focused by Chen Creeps. C9, can they actually do it? They're being forced back. Impale on 2. Is this happening all over again? Bone 7 now popping the cheese. Tries to run. He force steps up to the high ground. That might be where it ends, although Xiaowei is hungry for blood. He wants a bit more. He wants that tasty Invoker. Trying to drop the Ice Wall. Goo will come through. I don't think he can chase him at this point. And he will Ghost Walk out. Land him though. Blinks in, gets the Impale. What a sick play. He's got a Hex as well, but can they get the vision? They have more sentries.
They're not going.
Oh my. Every time you're like, okay, this is the time for Cloud9. Somehow, BG holds the line.
I feel like they're their worst enemy. That engage is just not necessary. They blink call one hero, they get themselves totally out of position, set up for a very easy Ice Blast. Dusa gets to stand in the backlines and fight like she wants. That's the type of situation where generally what you do is you just speaks to how well Big God are playing this defensively. Most other teams at this point would have lost the game.
The only times where they've struggled are when they start getting aggressive. When they're turtling, BG have done a pretty good job of holding the line. They will force staff out that Bristle again, and also dodge a call. Now Xiaowei wants to walk in, but he is getting slowed down a lot by the Shiva's Guard. They commit a Hex to him as well. He continues to muscle forward, wants to kill off these Necrobulk minions. He'll bring down one, the Mjolnir buff on him, doing a lot of work. Meanwhile, top lane though, Shadow Shaman is ratting. As Xiaowei will engage the big climactic team fight coming out. EE on the chase, trying to run down Lanham. Can he munch down that Lion? He's committing a lot of resources to this kill. He'll get it, but meanwhile his backlines are being worked on. RTK hook shutting and trying to trap in that Lycan, but it's Misery in the top lane. He's finally done it, broken through one lane of Rex. Big Daddy on the TP out, everyone from Cloud9 scattering. And they've outmaneuvered BG a bit here. They get the Lion kill, they trade an Axe, but they get that first much needed lane of Rax. But Bone 7 will just hang around to troll and harass Xiaowei a bit on the way out. It's not over by any means, but they've finally got that monkey off their back.
Yeah, this is of course this is the way they can do it if the single lane pushes aren't working, because Big God, you talked about how good they are at picking off heroes at the split push situations, but this is not your classic split push situation. They're 25k gold ahead. They have the heroes they split push with are Shadow Shaman with Blink, who can just drop the wards and blink out, and Chen Creeps. There was like no commitment. And the Chen Creeps
the Shaman's building a Refresher Orb. At some point, he just drops 2 sets of wards with Chen Creeps, and Lycan throws his book and maybe his body at the Rex, and even if you kill it all, you're going to lose that lane of Rex. It's just too much damage. And he has buyback apparently. Xiaowei also sitting on it. Buybacks are decent here for the Radiant squad. They're going to clear out the wave, and C9 may be forced to use their Invoker buyback. In fact, BG, they've pushed out the top lane. They're going to go for high ground. 51 minutes in, they're leaving the base. They're getting aggressive. C9 the ones forced to play defense. They'll glyph. But this Bristleback starts to hit quite hard. It won't be long before the tier 3 falls. Do C9 buy back on the Invoker? Do they look to defend? Xiaowei constantly spamming the quills. The tower down, Invoker buys back. Do they run? Or do they feel confident enough to stand their ground? They have the BOT buyback on Burning. Hex to start onto Xiaowei. EMP coming out. He'll try to scatter. They force staff him again, so the Mana Burn will hit him. And now they go back in on Fada. Well, they build to bring Fada down. A good Deafening Blast keeps Burning from fighting, but Omanta, and wait for this dead. Now the Stogaze as Eternal Envy engages. They've lost only an Ancient Apparition. The wards were dropped offensively. That means they can't be used to break the space, and Eternal Envy will fall once more. He has a buyback. 90 seconds on the sidelines. BG not backing down from this push. Xiaowei will, for the time being, stay alive. He dies now, has a buyback if he wants to use it. Burning left alone for the time being. They're not using that Bristle buyback, and he fights his way through it. Now he will, but he's surrounded and getting focused very heavily. Burning's overextended. There's your chop from C9. They get the counter kill. Medusa dead for 110 seconds. And may actually have to blow the buyback as well. do understand this Cloud9 game plan
Look
very
at
well.
Burning. This is such a mind game. It's not working, though.
Is it a mind game? He's getting called for now. Wards trapping and surrounding him. He still gazes. He's killing them all quickly. They're going to lose Misery. He has run out of mana, though. They need a way to keep Burning safe. This could end up going disastrously. The dunk attempted. It's not going to succeed, but they get the kill on the Medusa. Cloud9 are fighting head-on, though. They're not looking for any sort of backdoor play. They TP and Fada immediately while Xiao8 dives. Can he do it? Basically solo. He gets called. He's being focused for now. The ice wall dropped to try and prevent him from retreating. Have BG just start to throw away this lead. The Deuce on the sidelines for 100 seconds. No buyback available. Gem hitting the deck. BG. This could be a crucial mistake that cost them heavily. Xiao8 now caught out by Fada. The blink call comes through. Lanham trying to impale and retreat. But Fada will get onto him. Throwing out the Battle Hunger on Xiao8. And they try to run him down too. Bone 7 and Ice duking it out. Xiao8 still scattering backwards. Lanham going in for a big play. The Ice Blast gonna end him. Invoker on the sidelines for 90. Another impale from Lanham. He's stalling beautifully here on the little lion that could. But they have no Bristle for 100. No Dusa for 60. BG. Now the back's against the wall. They'll drop the ward. They'll drop the cogs. Everything in their power to slow down this oncoming push. But Creeps have breached the top. They'll have to defend that. EE is getting ready to push in. This might be 2, if not 3 lanes of Rex.
Lion has level 3 Finger ready. They have Ice Blast again soon. That could kill off the Axe, just those 2 abilities alone.
He's got 1,800, 1,600 health here, actually. Standing strong in the front lines is the Golem, and you can tell C9 don't want to go in. He is going to get caught. He BKBs quickly. Now they have to back off. They turn their attention towards Fada, but not the best focus fire coming out from BG. They but he BKB dodges the finger. Oh, this could be bad. RTK dead. He has a buyback. Dusa up at 20. They got to take objectives, but there's a glyph. C9. Nothing comes easy for them this game. The TP out right now. Misery blinking back. Does he have any wards to bring to bear? It doesn't look like it right now. Not dropping anything. Another hook shot. RTK stalling for all he's worth. The Turtle Envy now trying to finish off a melee Rex. Courier dropping in the midst of this while Misery will begin the rat mid. He doesn't have mana for the second set of wards. He will soon, but he uses a nuke instead, so now it's just the 1 set. But they're about to get mega. Now C9 just need to get the hell out. A Turtle Envy in shatter range, nearly blink forward. They'll bring him down. He doesn't have buyback. 2 minutes on the sideline. Can C9 hang on until a Turtle Envy respawns? There's only the 1 ranged Rex. Oh my, Send. Oh my. We've got a ball game now.
All right, bonus question. When C9 get megas, can they end the game?
For extra credit, the answer is, who the hell knows? This game has gotten insane.
Burning has 6k gold. This could be the call to sell
the
Morbid Mask and buy a Rapier. That would...
I don't feel like he's going to win a fight just by standing there forever and being invincible. It really seems like he needs to get kills quicker in these fights.
I would totally agree with selling the Morbid Mask and buying a Rapier here and just trying to go down mid. He's currently split pushing top as he has the Boots of Travel available. Even if Misery blinks in mid and gets the second set of wards down.
They're going to BOT and birdie mid. It looks like they're going for it. Eternal
He's going to go.
Oh, Rapier time. Here we go. The last time he did it, it was a miracle for PG. It could be the play again.
Was that Vici Gaming? I can't remember.
I can't remember. We'll talk about it later. For now, it's Melee Rex being focused, Burning, dodging away from a tornado. Doesn't want to get hit by the CMP, but meanwhile, it's Misery. In through the top lane. He's going to try to mega them. Maybe he should be going Throne, though, because that's where BG seem to be focused. Killing off, for now, a few summons, and going directly for tier 4s. Can they do this fast enough? They're TP'd to the Ched. He's going to bring in the creeps. This one goes down to the wire. BG, all or nothing on the Throne.
Oh my God,
the glyph coming down for the Dire. They hold the line for now, as meanwhile, the Radiant Throne starting to be in trouble. The Dire Throne drops low. It's almost dead. Can they get it in time? Does C9 have this? No! BG! What an incredible turn of events!
Oh my
And now
God.
C9, their confidence has to be crumbling. Oh my. What a way to lose. Well, Sin, you said if they lost like that, it'd be 2-0 for BG. If anything would break your confidence and your will, it has to be a loss like this. He's speechless. You just looked at me, and you're like, I should have something to say here. You got nothing. We got nothing.
I don't know. Okay, so I think